Many people enjoy playing with bots on chess.com for all sorts of reasons, but today we'll find out if I, an international chess master, can beat 15 beginner bots on chess.com in half an hour or less. If you support this video with a like and a comment, then in the next part we'll find out how many chess bots there are in total. On chess.com, I can beat them in 1 hour. Alright, let us get moving now. In the meantime, however, the process of toggling back and forth between these different bots will inevitably require a significant amount of my time to complete. But it doesn't matter. It's 14:30 on the clock, starting the timer on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. In the first game, I'm playing as black against Martin. Let's go faster. We play e5. And Martin is trying to go for a fool's mate. Okay. But I think we'll beat him quickly now. Let's bring out our pieces right away. We attack his queen, open up the center to checkmate him as quickly as possible. Between games, I'll try to switch colors. Alright, I guess I should castle straight towards checkmate. Will I be able to attack or not? I don't know. Honestly, I don't really remember how Martin plays. He's trying to attack my bishop, so I move it back. I want to set up threatening mate. He doesn't blunder. Alright, okay, attacking the queen. He moves away, so I took with the rook. Check. Alright, queen to f2 still doesn't work anywhere there. Alright, I just moved away with the queen to f6 for now. Thanks. Move the knight to open up the bishop. Just waiting. Since when does Martin play this well? As for the knight, I'm not even thinking about it anymore. Left it in place, okay, moved away, the queen is hanging. Alright, I won't give up my queen. Took it. Mate is threatened queen to e2, but that's not mate. Geez, Martin, how long is he holding on? Honestly, I didn't expect such resilience. Alright, so even now it's still not mate. It's still not mate. I've been messing around for over a minute, I think, bringing in the knight, so. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Checking the audio levels now. And then the rook goes to d1. That's it, finally, mate. Alright, let's move on to the next spot. Martin, you won. Next is Wayne, and I'm playing as white against Wayne. Let's go e4. So I must have done something wrong against Martin, because that game lasted way too long. Against Wayne, I need to play a bit faster. Alright, I think this one should be easier. This guy plays even worse than Martin, in my opinion, because right from the start, he's just given me everything. Now I'll take the rook too, and somehow quickly set up mate here. So I think that's checkmate right there. Next, king to f7. Knight to f5. King to f6. The only move. Queen to g7. Chipney. Excellent. We beat Wayne. Next up is Fabian. And against him, I am playing with the black pieces. Alright, this guy is starting to push the beaver's claw. Just like Maximari up top. But here we just take all the pawns. We develop our pieces. Oh, d5. d5 is kind of a sketchy move. I made it because I really didn't expect him to. Go that way. And apparently, I should pre-move less, because pre-moves tend to backfire. Actually, it might even be easier to beat them in a simpler way. Alright, we take d4, pinning the knight. Alright, move the queen away, protected the knight. Okay, knight to d5, let's attack. Secured myself with the queen, thanks. See, I thought that. Actually, I used to be sure that the weakest bot on chess.com was Martin. But it turns out that apparently Martin isn't the weakest after all. This game is also taking a really long time, and I even gave away my queen. Well, alright, guys like this don't take the queen anyway. I'm in a hurry here. Trying to checkmate as quickly as possible. Alright, that's it. Next move. Queen to e3, checkmate. The king has nowhere to go. Excellent. Good bot. Beat this one. Next up is Juan. And here I'm playing as white. It should be easier to one off white. because you can play all sorts of gambits. Or just take control of the center. Man, for some reason I was sure he wouldn't push the pawn to g6. But he turned out to be trickier. Oh, come on. Take it now. At least take it this time. And I can go right away and deliver checkmate. Look with the queen. Knight to e5. Threatening mate on f7. Man, they don't miss stuff like that. Since when? I don't want to trade queens, kids. Without queens, it'll be harder for me to deliver mate quickly, to win the game. I'll keep the bishop too, not even giving any open checks for now. No, I can't. The king moved away. Alright, let me win the queen. Bishop on g6, captured with a discovered attack. Castling. Rook comes out to e1. Alright, knight to d2. Also under attack. Doesn't matter. Against. For these guys, it doesn't matter at all. Here, apparently, I just need to simplify the position as quickly as possible and try to outplay them. I'm sure all of this could have been done in a much simpler way. Obviously, but I'm a little worried that I might not have enough time to beat these guys, but probably... How much time has passed so far? It's been 6 minutes, I've beaten 4 guys, 11 more to go, so here in May. On the next move, queen to b7. Alright, let's go. New bot, Philip. I'm playing black, let's start. So this one plays g3, a more solid opening. But still, they're all programmed sooner or later to start pushing their edge pawns in the opening, which doesn't work out too well for them. Alright, I wanted to play e4 to make a move as knight. Okay, let's go queen to d6. I'm setting up the strike. But they won't let me pull it off. Alright, they give up their queen. That's wonderful. Here too, they gave me a gift. Thank you. Go ahead, take the lead. Excellent. And here, I think I should be able to get to the king quickly. Why are you running away? Why are you trying to escape from me? From your fate? You won't get away. Alright, if he plays e3, then queen to f1 is mate. That worked out great with the pin. New bot, next up is Ella. I'm playing white. Let's go. I wonder, at what level does more standard opening play start to appear? By the way, Ella's playing pretty well, because so far she hasn't made any mistakes. Compared to what it was before, so far this is the most. The most accurate opening play from the bots so far. Alright, forget it. Forget everything I just said. What accurate opening play? When moves like queen to d3 are being played, you can't even call that decent. Well, that's it. An extra queen. Now let's bring the rook over. Could have sent the queen in as well. Alright, an open check. The rook attacks the king, we take the rook. Let's push the knight forward so that... Alright. Okay, I'll take the knight too. The rook goes to c7. Wait, where are you going? Where are you taking the king, and more rarely? 3. Owner 4. Still, damn, still not checkmate. Or so it seems to be. Now it's mate. Excellent. So, before 10 minutes have passed, I've already beaten 6 opponents. But here, as we move forward, the bots get harder and harder. Next up is Noel, with a rating of 550. And still, he starts with the edge pawn. Strange, very strange. Let's go for a breakthrough, trying to open up the position and take control of the center. The most important thing for a quick win, when your opponent is doing something silly, is to seize the center as quickly as possible, develop your pieces, and get to the opponent's king. This works both at the bot level and at the human level, up to a rating of 1000. If your opponent is doing something silly, you need to punish them for it. Here I feel it was a mistake, a big mistake, to let him trade queens. Because now I'm going to. Win for 100 years without queens. Of course, I want a piece, but that piece wasn't worth it if I have to struggle for so long now just to get to his king. Although I think it's possible to checkmate him now with just the minor pieces. Let's give a check. Check. Let me bring the rook here so I can bring the other one over later. The more pieces involved in the attack, the better. The knight moved to f4. Where's the king going? To c1? Probably yes. Let's go knight to e2, check. King to b2 and rook to b6 is mate. Wonderful, excellent. Next up is Oliver, playing white. All right, let's go ahead, move to e4. Everything looks good. Bishop to c4. He's still just messing around for now. He isn't castling at all. Well, I don't know, I'll make some prophylactic move, a 4. Just so that no one can play b5. But honestly, I'm not even sure he was planning to play that way. Let's chase away the knight. Pinning here. The central pawn, I could probably have taken it 100 years ago. Let's do it now. Thanks for the queen. He blundered here. Bring the queen to help. Attacking f7. Alright, it's time. I thought he would give up the rook, but no. Damn, and I didn't even play it in the most accurate way. But alright, nobody here cares about that. Let's bring the rook in, give a check with the queen, so we can take the pawn next. I've got way too much extra material, but again, by the time you figure out and set up this mate, 100 years will pass. Will here. Yeah. How is that possible? I don't see mate. For some unknown reason. The mouse licked. Damn, what am I doing? I'm losing precious seconds. Alright, everything's great. Let's go. 100 years. Damn, I was messing around for 40 moves. 40 moves. Against this bot, I spent so much. Milika from Serbia. Let's play the gambit and push d5. We play knight to f6. Modern Scandinavian, and the move bishop to g4. Damn, she plays way too simply, so there's no talk of any gambit here, of course. As for accepting it, I could have taken the pawn on g2 just now. Okay, on the second try. We'll do it. Don't pre-move, Terrell. Pre-moves are evil. Pre-moves actually seem to make things hard. And without pre-moves, you can win much faster. Alright, let's give a check. e5, then the pawn goes to e4. Let's check from here. Check from here. Took it. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Check, check. Check. Yeah, where's the mate? No, meet again. Check. Check. What a joke. Alright, put the queen on d1 here, and here. That's the fastest mate I saw. Maybe there was a faster one, but not this time. Aaron, rating 7 Ahmed. Let's go, Aaron. We're also going straight for a lightning fast attack. Alright, this guy isn't even trying to take the center at all. I wonder, are there actually players who just can't beat some beginner bots? And I'm curious, at what level do players actually start to have some difficulties? Because so far, everything I see, the beginner bots do absolutely everything so that they can be easily beaten. Come on, take the knight, damn it. but at least they're programmed not to fall for some stupid one-move mates. And they're willing to give up material, but at the same time not get checkmated. Which makes sense overall, but it feels like players at a similar rating play a bit differently. And I've already mentioned that in reality, bot ratings and human ratings are completely different things, because people aren't bots, and they play differently. And usually bot ratings are inflated compared to human ratings. Alright, let's play knight to e5, so that I can then take with the rook on... Yeah, damn. So I can take on f6 with the rook and checkmate. Yeah, and it's mate on the next move. Alright, let's go queen to e8. Great, we beat this guy. Jin J also has a 700 rating. Let's go, play on black. Let's try, I don't know, maybe the Latvian gambit. Whoa, she replied with the king's gambit. We've got... Funny. An amusing opening in this game. But at least it adds some variety to what's happening. Here, I also took the central pawn. Next, pawn to d5. Let's bring out the knight, the other knight too, in case the pawn gets attacked. Alright, it's took. Okay, we've castled, and now to find a way to get to the king as quickly as possible. I think it'll give a check. I've already learned how to read bots. Look at that. Just no misclicks. Oh, mate on the next move. I handled this one quickly. Pretty. Alright, next up is Layla, also rated 700. Well, I don't know, it's... Damn, I wanted to play the coffin opening. Didn't work out. Okay then. Let's start a little differently. I'm not sure this is a good plan when you need to beat the bots as quickly as possible. Alright, thanks. E6. Oh, the queen. Ah, that's just awesome. 13 moves. Why can't I beat every bot in 13 moves, I wonder? Maybe I should have played in this style from the start? Let's do it. They're playing the Sokolsky against us, and we're pushing the Grob. I'm sure the Grob will throw Zara off her program setup, and we'll beat her quick Ming out. Alright, let's expose the king. That's great. Oh, what do you know? Gotcha, it says. Where did I get caught? Where did I get caught? Nowhere. I'll get there now. But she might become the first bot to castle. Wow, that's an achievement. This is the first bot that managed to castle. Who made it in time? Who did I allow to do that? Alright, fine. Next comes the rook, barely making it to g2 for the queen. Thanks. And then the next move. I'll somehow checkmate. I'll set up all the defenses. No, great, yeah. Damn, it's dragging out the time. Okay, new bot, Santiago, white pieces. Come on, faster. Come on, the Northern Gambit. Take everything you can. Santiago, Dolet. Thanks to the bishop. I'm telling you, Martin really isn't the worst bot. Martin acted pretty logically in the opening compared to the others. Alright, let's go. Queen to d3, attacking your work. Let's bring it here. I would really appreciate it if you could please send the knight forward into the attack as soon as it is humanly possible to do so. Thank you very much for your help with this. Knight to g5, then took everything and captured the rook. Okay. I'm trading queens, but I'm confident it won't stop me from checkmating as quickly as possible. Now the rook goes to f7. Then the knight goes to f5 and then to h6. It's mate. A mating net, a beautiful setup. Only the last spot remains. Karm playing black. Let's go. I probably should have set 20 minutes to beat the ball. The bird opening. Okay, we reply with e5. Everything transposes into the Kinskavit. Here we take. Alright. Yeah, let's go bishop to e6. Next, queen to d7, long castling. All the pieces into the attack as quickly as possible. Attack, forward. 20 minutes. It would have been right on the edge if I had taken that much time to beat him. Wouldn't it? Damn, the rook was hanging. Alright, got it on the second try. Next, the rook goes to e5. Let's hear. Why? Yeah! Low click. Low click. Next, the rook goes to e1. Damn, a quick meet. Doesn't look like that's gonna work here. But I wanna get to c4. Move the rook to c4 check, then follow up with a check on b5, and finally deliver the checkmate on b2. Alright, let's stop the clock right there. It took exactly 22 minutes, just slightly under 22 minutes total, for me to successfully beat every single one of the beginner bots. I am absolutely certain it could have been done much faster somewhere along the way. There were definitely some unfortunate misclicks, and sometimes I took a bit too long to secure the win. But completing it in less than half an hour was actually pretty easy with plenty of time to spare. But I think it would be possible to try and finish even faster, maybe under 20 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this kind of entertaining video, friends. Once again, if you did, please support this video with a like and a comment. The next part will be about how many bots I can beat in an hour. Or maybe we'll move straight to the intermediate level. You can also leave your suggestions in the comments. And let me remind you, to avoid playing like beginner bots, giving away pieces, and to really understand how chess works, and to learn how to play the middle game, head over to the website with my original courses. This will help you level up and confidently beat not only bots, but your real opponents as well. See you soon!